I'm a pediatric sleep consultant. My business, Just Sleep Already, is sponsoring the podcast. And I'm also obviously, a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old, Aria, and a 5-year-old, Gianna. Almost forgot her name. I'm a really good mom. I'm a very good mom. You know what came to mind? Donnie. That's what came. I was like, yeah. And a 9-year-old dog, Donnie.
Welcome to the full Momty. You know it's hard out here being moms. We always seem to get the job done. Moms, they run the world. Moms, they run the world.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hi, Vonia.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, and welcome to the full Momty. Derived off of the full Monty, you get it?
Yeah.
So we put the M in there because a couple of moms
just bearing it all.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
No topics off limits.
No topics off limits.
Okay.
We're here to discuss it all. And we know that there are other parent podcasts out there.
But not as good.
I mean, just welcome.
It's our first episode. I'm like,
this is the best one.
The best one out there.
You'll get the most information. All of it will be true.
But listen, we wanted to do this because we want there to be more honest, authentic conversations about motherhood. There's a lot of shame and guilt and insecurity with being a mom because, I don't know, it's a big deal. Your lives are at stake,
Absolutely.
right? And then we have our friend Rosie, who's not a mom, going to be a dog mom.
Yeah.
But she's going to give a different perspective of somebody who doesn't have kids.
Exactly, because a lot of y'all moms out there have friends who are not parents, and we don't want to lose those people in our life, even though we get distracted, and sometimes it may feel like we're not there. Mm-hmm. And I have felt that before I had kids. So I think we're sort of running the whole gamut here. This is a place where you can come, listen, do your chores, maybe be on the road, and just laugh a little and hopefully feel seen.
Yes. Yeah. And maybe learn a little. I'm a pediatric sleep consultant. My business, Just Sleep Already, is sponsoring the podcast. And I'm also obviously, a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old, Aria, and a 5-year-old, Gianna. Almost forgot her name. I'm a really good mom. I'm a very good mom. You know what came to mind? Donnie. That's what came. I was like, yeah. And a 9-year-old dog, Donnie. And and so we're going to talk about all different kinds of topics. And then, Vonia, what do you do? Who are you?
Oh, I'm a person who has 2 children as well. And actually, I would say 4 children because I have a 12-year-old daughter, Mimi, a 8-year-old son, Mr. Calvin. And then I have 7-month-old puppies. They are fraternal twins, Donna Summer and Bruce Lee Springsteen. And they are the biggest joys of my life. I just started a new job, Jackie, and I showed people the picture of my dogs before my kids. Anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
I love my children, though. So.
Yes, of course, of course. But like I was saying, and I do say, Donnie was my firstborn, and he was my first child. And I always say that I would have breastfed him if I could, or I did. I'm just gonna say I did. And natural birth, full Monty. But I love him so much, and we're having a dog mom.
Yes, that will be an episode. Okay. Oh, I teach youth theater, improv, and acting. Yeah. I also work, in advertising as well on the side. On the side, just kidding. That's the main one.
No, all our money comes from this first one.
Yeah, thank you for your support.
Thank you for all of our sponsors.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then this episode we kind of wanted to talk about who we were before we got tore up from I don't know. Before we were moms.
Yeah, that's great. So I lived in New York for 13 years. Mm-hmm. I went to New York I got married. I was a child bride. I was 16 years old. No, I'm kidding. I was 24. But we finished college, and both my husband and I wanted to either go to LA or New York. And I like to tell this story that we weren't sure. We were on the fence which one, because I used to be an actor. I don't want to say used to. Sure, I keep my SAG dues paid most of the time. But anyway, acting back then, and I got my 13th speeding ticket, and so I couldn't drive for a little bit. So we decided New York, and that's how we decided New York.
I did not know that.
Yeah. But I'm a great driver. I actually am a great driver, and I think that my tickets were for only like a couple miles over the speed limit. So
That's rude.
it was
weren't real.
bullshit.
I'm a terrible driver. And I'm happy to drive your kids around whenever you need. I'm always like, you need help. But then I'm like, no, I'm fine. I do my best.
Yeah.
I'm not good. And I'm being honest about it because Nick.
It's impressive.
Thank you. Because Nick, other people, I've gotten feedback.
I think I'm a great driver.
Great. I've gotten feedback and I've gotten like grips.
Oh, I do that.
And I've gotten these. And I try really hard, but I think I just I get anxious and nervous. There's a lot going on. But when I focus, I will get to point A to point B.
I will say another episode will be cursing in front of your kids, because when I drive, I definitely, the amount of creative language that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, pardon my French, everyone in the back, please don't say that. But yeah, so anyways, I came to New York, lived in New York, worked really hard, did a bunch of improv, acting stuff, did some real small bit parts, did some uncanny indie films, and then I met Jackie.
Yes.
But through Rosie, basically.
Through Rosie.
Who you will meet soon.
Yes. She's the other part of a trio here. But yeah, and I mean, I had a similar background. I think that's why we get along so well. I did theater growing up, and I did a lot of like playwriting and put on our own shows, and then I moved to New York after college and did sketch comedy, and I did some stand up there, and oh gosh, don't watch it. It's probably
I was going to say,
so
I've done stand up
now.
too, and it's the most sick I've ever felt in my life after. But I've done, you keep doing it, and then you're like, this is not getting better.
I just don't think it holds up. Like I think I have like a couple off-color things. Totally racist. No. But anyway, that was in kind of our former lives, but like doing comedy and being around creative people, being artists in our own way. That was really kind of important. And I think sometimes when you become a mom, things change so much, and you almost lose kind of who you were before being a mom, and there's a bit of like a loss there, and you miss yourself, and you miss all these fun things that we're giving. Obviously you have these new joyful, wonderful beings, and an amount of love that you never even knew was possible, that you had the capacity for, but there is a mourning of sorts of your past life, and how the things that were giving you light before, you're not doing as much, simply you don't have the time. And so I feel like we're getting back into doing what we love while also being moms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we wanted to cover things like a bunch of different topics, like obviously sleep and motherhood, but like our kids' ages, because they're a little bit different. And food. We want to talk about like gut health and things like that. So we're going to bring people on that are nutritionists and people that can help with mental health. I struggled a lot with postpartum.
I'm perfectly fine. No, absolutely.
Postpartum depression and anxiety, and I had depression before, so we're going to talk about like, mental health and friendships and how important they are, right? What else?
And how our parenting, how we were parented affects the parenting. I feel like I'm constantly being faced with the way, my parent, love you guys, you're wonderful. But
Same.
It's funny because it was different. I'm a little bit
Boomers.
older than I was. Yeah. And so when I come to those moments and I immediately want to like either yell or, just a wee bit of shame, I have to check myself, because that's kind of like, it was a different style back then. And I think it is crazy. The idea before you have a child, you're thinking, when I have a kid, then it's gonna be this, and we're never gonna have a iPad when we go to restaurants and stuff like that.
It's the
No,
it's
please.
the quote, I was a great parent before I became a parent too. I love that quote. Okay, keep going. So
That was it. And it was basically like I am confronted with such intense moments all the time, because I know I have memories, things that stick with you. That you will remind your parent, and they're like, that never happened, and you're like, oh, it actually did, or whatever, or they're like, you were da-da-da. I just don't want my kids to have those moments that I'm really damaging them. You guys didn't damage us a little bit, but You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you don't want to, what is it? The whole, it's like the Instagram speak, but like the generational, I don't want to say trauma, but like that cycle.
Yeah.
The cycle, there are things that you want to take with you that your parents did well. And then there are things that you're like, maybe not. Let's try a different route.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So Jackie, let's go back because I went to New York, did all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Then I moved to LA, and now I'm in LA. And now, and then I saw Jackie, and I met Jackie in LA, and we were about to have fun again with Rosie, who we were gonna meet in a little bit. And then the pandemic hit.
Yeah, that whole thing.
So we've been like almost starting something.
Yes.
I like to think.
Yeah, yeah. The
spark was almost there.
It was. So after New York City, we both maybe close together, but moved to LA.
Mm-hmm. I think you came first.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
You came first.
I think so.
And then and I was we were having fun, and then I got pregnant and had a kid, and then like a couple weeks after the pandemic hit, and it was wild because all of my family was on the East Coast. Nobody could like come stay and visit. And
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you in the hospital during COVID?
No.
Okay.
Not the first time. The second time, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because I have heard such scary stories of like, it's so scary that you're having this incredibly intense moment with your body and everyone's masked and not allowed to be near you. It's if you're having a child in a hospital, it's like it's just adds an extra layer of anxiety to it.
Yeah. Well, and for me, the postpartum anxiety in that, like the newborn germs and things like. I mean, we're going to do a whole episode on COVID babies.
Just wait.
You just wait. You're already worried about newborn germs, and they're not vaccinated yet, and they're not, all the things, and so then COVID, this like unknown hits, and you're like already in like mama bear mode, and you're like, what is this? This is what? A pandemic? And then like, remember when we thought it was just going to be like a couple months?
Yeah.
Like a cute summer. We were like,
buddy.
And then we were like, we'll go to Florida for the summer, and at least be around family, which was like the wild, wild west out there with COVID.
Really?
It was just weird. Just like raw dog in the air and three people deep, like at the bar. We were like, what the fuck? There's a whole like virus happening. I was like, I really don't believe it.
And both of your parents, your husband and your parents, live in Florida. Okay.
So anyway, that was weird. It was nice to be around family. That was 5 years there, and then we came back out here. But we came to Santa Clarita.
Yeah. We lured her out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Santa Clarita's great, though. I will say it is a hidden gem for families. And just honestly, if you don't want to be in the hustle and bustle of it all, it's pretty great.
It's more affordable.
I will say I do drive an hour and a half to my office.
But you get to listen to podcasts.
I get to listen to podcasts, and so do you if you like.
Yeah. But yeah, is there anything else like before
kids?
Well, and then Rosie's gonna come on. And share some
stuff. The body thing. I felt so strong before children. And after my first child, I felt still pretty like strong. And then after the second one, I was like everything just like my whole is just like draping. It's just it's like slow. I'm kidding. It's fine. It's fine.
She back up. I think.
But I mean,
Ask
8
Nick.
years postpartum. No, I'm kidding. But everything feels a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at some point I will tell the story of my first birth, but it was in New York City.
We should do.
But I don't think we should do that at this moment.
No, not now. But we should do first birth stories.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Or just birth stories in general. Mine's a good one too. Remember Kathy?
Oh God.
Anyway, we'll tell you about Kathy.
Next episode. Later. Just wait.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we need to. We've been really just like tickling your pickles with this. So
with Rosicle.
Rosie,
come on now. Oh, she's rolling in. Here she comes.
There we go. Smoother than I thought it was going to be.
She's
I have
in
my notes.
in Lake Quinn.
I don't know if there was a plan, but I just wanted to pop in on what Jackie said about the driving, because I just had a memory pop up that one time I was in the car with you and we were driving to go on a hike or something. This is when we first moved to LA, the 2016 round, and someone behind you was like tailing you, and you were not having it, so you were going 2 miles an hour. So I'm just saying you have like road.
I also have road. Yeah.
It was so funny because you were like, and especially because it was a man. I think it was right after Trump got
Yeah, it was heated, and I was like, he is not going to tell me how fast to go.
But she was like,
yeah,
and I was like, I think it's safe to barrel roll. because we're going 2 miles an hour, and then I could run and get out of the
I had to calm that stuff down once I had kids. Well, once I was pregnant, because one time those pregnancy hormones. At one point, I walked out of my car, full like 9-month belly, and I was like, "Did you want me to run a red?" And there was an old lady crossing. With these drivers, I'll say. So at least I own it. I'm not a great driver, and I got road rage. I love it. I do the best I can. When my kids are in the car, I'm very safe.
Yeah,
I love it. No, that's good.
Fresh as cargo.
Anyway, that's I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
What I don't know.
Okay, so Rosie, Rosie is like both of our like best friends.
She's like the green Lego piece.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That's the one that connects everybody. You know.
Yeah, and because we knew you before we were moms.
That's right.
And
big time.
Tell us a little bit about like how you know both of us, how you met both of us, and
talk about it.
Well, okay, yes. Jackie, I met. We have the same birthday.
Yeah,
you didn't see that up earlier.
That's true.
I did 16th. With Tupac.
Tupac. Both Geminis. 5 years difference. I'm older. I'll admit. But we both did comedy at the same time in New York, and you were doing a show at like right before my show or something, and we watched each other's show thing, and we were Martha, and we were just like, I like your style, and then like from then on, like it's hard to make friends, but like we were. I mean, I was 5 years older, but I think we were early 30s, late 20s, mid 20s, like it was just like fell in love. But I met Vonia. We actually grew up in the same state.
Yes.
But when I moved to New York, it was in 2011, and we both. I ended up working at the bar that she was working at because I was obsessed with her. Because I remember walking into this called Tom and Jerry's, shout out, and on Elizabeth and Houston.
Elizabeth and Houston.
And just a cool old Irish bar. Anyway, I remember walking in. We knew each other through a mutual friend, and I was like, that's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She's so exotic. Just like as a white.
That is
just
the sweetest thing.
As a Caucasian. Yeah, I know.
No, truly.
Armenian.
I just wanted to be friends with her. And then we just did shows together and moved to LA around the same time. And yeah.
Adult friendships, man.
Yeah.
It's like meeting people at adult, and then when you really connect with them, it's
special.
And I mean, making mom friends, we'll get another episode, but like making adult friends is that you fucking love is difficult. And when I met Rosie, I was like, oh my God.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like a friend. You're not like, I want to put anything in anyone's things.
No, but I just like, I do want to hold you. Yeah. Like, I do want to hold you. And it's funny, even still, it's been a long time. It's not 2011 anymore, do the math. Yeah. So, but every time you come over, I'm like, well, we're going to hang out until we are sick of each other. But we never get to, because that's not life anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
You ruined it. That's why I'm here.
They ruined it. But just thoughts on, obviously when you met Vonia, you said most beautiful woman, but I think that was when you saw me also on stage, you thought, oh God, like she's also stunning.
Yes, I did, for sure. But it was also, I gave you the compliment of, maybe I didn't say it yet, but I liked your style. Funny.
That's huge.
Well, that's
okay.
But
I feel like that's even more.
A face for wigs, I think, is what you thought, because we were doing sketch comedy.
I do love a wig.
I do love a good wig. We really should do. We'll do another.
Didn't you talk about
wigs.
Should we wear wigs during the podcast?
I did. That was in my notes.
Yeah, I have about 30 wigs, and I'm not joking.
Oh, that's good. That's a good amount. That's more than me. I'm jealous.
I do.
Okay,
I'll pull them out next
props,
time.
and I have a whole trunk of sketch comedy props.
I will say, okay, wait, one note though, new mom friends that I meet now, because nobody up here is like an actor well, that's not true, some are, but nobody's like dipshits like us, a little bit like, just like, we just want to be creative or whatever. I'll be hanging out with people, have people over, and then I'll pull out my little wigs, and I just don't know. Some of the people are like, what the fuck are you doing?
But
But the ones that are like, oh my God, you're crazy, this is fun, give me that white one, or whatever,
yes.
like.
Yeah.
Then that's the truest test.
It's true.
You could scare them away.
Sometimes you've got to get those people out of their shells a little bit.
I was gonna say.
Because I threw a birthday party, and it was hats and wigs. It was recent, a couple years ago, and everybody was like, "What?" Everyone was like, "Why do we need to? This is so silly. Why do we need to put on?" By the end, everybody's wearing a fucking it.
That's right. And
I'm
it's
loving it.
Brings out
Yeah.
something.
People aren't used to that kind of thing. We're very used to it.
Yeah,
and being
yeah.
like, and they're just, anyway, you did good.
That's partly why I started teaching youth theater, because I was like, the kids just want to play, and so do I. So we are building worlds and creating stories, and I mean, listen, adults will do it too.
Yeah,
It just takes a second.
Yeah, we just got to get out the inner child. I think that's interesting. What are some other things like? So any like?
Yeah. Do you have a question?
Questions or just,
from a perspective of a.
Well, okay, this is a very fun, clunky entrance into maybe a segment that I'm going to be doing.
Yes, let's ask Rosie.
It's let's ask Rosie, or it's like, forget about it. What was it? What did you want to call it?
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Or what's the deal?
What's the deal with for me to kind of think about things that moms do that, like, as someone who doesn't have it, doesn't get it. I'm just kidding. No, but truly, I just would be interested to hear your perspective about, like, because I'm trying to, as a woman, understand that what other, moms and dads and parents, whatever, are going through with their children. But like in a restaurant situation, like this was in Silver Lake, and if anyone knows LA, it's a pretty, like, I guess, hipster in the way that, like, just like everybody's like rich, so there's like privilege and whatever. But we were these kids were like maybe 11 and 12, and they were at a restaurant, and they were like climbing over things, and it was like a nice, whatever, it could be any restaurant, but it was like nicer for me. I'm like, we're paying a little bit extra, but the parents did not care. It seemed like they didn't, and like that they're just kind of rolling around and making noise and whatever. And am I being like an 80s parent by being like to want to like be like,
no? And how old were they?
11 and
kids?
12.
11 and 12.
Yeah,
I mean, too old.
I feel like
I honestly thought you were gonna say 11 and 12 months. I was waiting for the. Oh.
Okay, so if I may.
Yes, please.
Absolutely, hell no.
Yeah.
I try to be a little bit like when I had the little ones, you can only control what you can control. Like on a plane or something, you're just like, it's so stressful, and you're just like, please stop, and whatever. But that age, I would say even 8 years old up, you should be able to, if you can't sit at the restaurant, if you can't, I don't know, but that's obviously it's the parents doing, because they're not even saying, hey, come here. But I will straight up and say something to other kids. Like, there were some kids doing something. I'm like, you're going to get hurt. And I did. I yelled.
Good.
I was like,
yes.
And they looked at me like this. Like, I was like about to abuse them. I'm like, no. You guys are somebody's going to get hurt. I am that person. It is me.
I can't say it.
Oh, I will. I do not care. I will say it and I'll say it with love and a stern voice. But if no one says, don't do that, then they're going to fucking do it.
Yeah, but I guess I'm just like, is that like oppressive mothership or whatever,
No.
parenting,
right?
To be like, because I feel like, I get where they're coming from. They're like, just let them live.
No, Rosie,
but I'm more of the 80s grab the elbow.
Also, that is something my mom did. Oh my God, she did a little pinch.
Right.
Oh my God, no, but when other people are paying for things, you can't ruin someone's experience. Unless it's like a little baby and you can't help it, you'd go in the back and kind of hold them. And
well, I'm saying if it's
a
nice
mine are very feral and squirrely right now, so I feel like a hypocrite.
But they're a good age, though. That's okay.
But they're getting there, and we work on it.
Yeah,
we work on it a lot, and But I mean, they will sit in their chairs, and if they're doing something else, we will correct it. Yeah. There's a lot.
Would you bring them to like a nicer restaurant? It's okay if the answer is yes.
I would prefer not to. There have been times where, like, my in-laws were in town and we wanted to take them to nice restaurant, and we didn't realize how nice it was. This is our first time, and we couldn't get a babysitter, so we brought them. But they were pretty good.
And you were on it.
We'll take them out. I was going to say, we'll take them out. Sometimes they need to get the wiggles out. Take them outside. Walk around. Show them around. Then bring them back in. Yeah. I think it's, like, probably gone too far the other way, where they're just able to just do whatever they want, and that can inconvenience other. It can not be safe. It can be,
Well, that's why I'm just wondering, because I'm like, am I being like, I just want like an adults only vibe at this place, which isn't fair. Why am I being like that? I'm like, they're ruining my thing, but it's like, but then I'm trying to understand that, like, why does it have to be that way?
Yeah.
And then is it stifling them to be like, we're quiet when we're here, or like we stay within our table? You know, like is that just like a weird colonizer's way of like doing things?
I will say something that I think a lot of places could do a little bit of a better job at is having more of a mix of family, like maybe family oriented with adult things, and having places for the kids to go and run around. I know, like, I mean, McDonald's has it with the Fun House, but like another version,
if you're talking nice restaurants,
which is fine dining.
Can I will interrupt really quick, but I want to take both of you guys to Carpinteria.
Yes.
It's amazing, but there's a restaurant out there that's got great food. It's actually beautiful. It's on the beach. It's outdoors, and there's like a play area everywhere, and it's called Paderos, and we have to go. But that's an area where, and I do agree with you, like there are, those are specifically for like multi-generational groups to go in and enjoy.
Yeah, I know you're talking about like a nice
which
restaurant.
I agree. I understand.
But I think that there could be more that helps both, because sometimes you don't want to just go to a kid-oriented thing. Like, I don't want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. You know, I'll go if it's for a play date thing with them. But let's say I want to just, like, go get a drink and hang out with people and don't want to pay $100 that night for a babysitter and for dinner. And you got kids, and they'll find other kids there, and they can go play.
But nice. Yes, for that. But because I'm like, the other thing I'm thinking is it like, well, I need this for me, so I'm gonna bring my horse to the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like I was saying, like, because my horse is just like, I'm just saying a loud thing that makes the vibe different.
A chinchilla, rat, whatever pet you have, like an emotional support thing.
No,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Like, because now I'm like, dang it. Like, just because then, and maybe this is the OCD or something, whatever. My anxiety being like, because I can't control it, and I don't want that sound. I didn't want that to be here. I didn't bring that here. But that's what you get when you go outside.
I see.
So, like, I think it's like yesterday when we went out to dinner, and we there was just a loud adult next to us, and then I can't hear my own thoughts. But then I'm not going to be like, I wish that they weren't allowed in. You know,
they could.
But I should have. But
I think you're right. And I think, but it's like that spectrum, of course. Like if a kid has got their leg over the booth and to your booth, no, absolutely not. Yeah. Something like, you know, like or running around like loud back and forth. I do often have to tell my son to stop doing something like that. Yeah,
I have to tell my kids to, and I didn't know that they just did that so much.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like I thought that was all in the parenting. I didn't realize how much of it was like
they can't
them being
control.
Toddlers and busy and like just like popping all over the place.
One of the worst things about being a parent, all of my cushions on my couch are on the floor when my son watches TV. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Like it really like gets me. I like things to be a little bit neat. I'm not like psychotic, but it's like when I call it teetering. I like when things are falling on the sidelines of my eye line. Ooh. I'm just like, I'm gonna freak. Yeah. But it is what it is.
But there's just this frenetic energy with kids that I do. You know, but again, 11 and 12, I mean, I don't have an 11 and 12-year-old, though.
Well, if you're listening out there, the parents of the 11 and 12-year-old in the Silver Lake restaurant.
Oh, well, now they're like, I mean, at least 15. It
was a while ago.
Yeah, no, it was. But I don't think that they're going to, I just wonder what kind of people they're going to grow up to be like.
Well, maybe they won't that doesn't sound very respectful, because you have to be reminded to be respectful.
Because it's just like, I'm taking up this space, but then why shouldn't everybody be important? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm really angry.
I agree with you. Okay, on that note, I know we're wrapping up here. I want to ask
Tyler
you guys.
Gave us 5, like 35 minutes ago.
I thought that was 15.
Oh, was it the fist?
No,
fist was 5.
Okay, fisting.
No, I want to ask you guys, because I feel like in the parenting world, in the non-parenting world, in this world, it's stressful. Mm-hmm. So what are we calling? Kidless pleasures. What's something that you're doing, that you're listening to, that you're watching, or anything these days that's giving you pleasure? Start with Rosie.
Me? Well, I don't have kids. So.
Okay, I know, but isn't life stressful, or is everything great for you?
Everything is actually perfect. Aforementioned cancer. So, truly the best year of my life.
Oh, no.
Outstanding. Okay, pleasure,
what's Felipe doing these days? her boyfriend.
Hey, okay, wait.
Oh,
let me
I did say
take
I
this
had
one.
the Crickets app, and then
Crickets.
I wasn't able to use it. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll take this one so you guys can think for a second.
Okay.
I want to recommend. So my friend Samara recommended reading the book Hamnet, which is in theaters right now. I am listening to it because, like I said, I have an hour and a half commute each way. It is so good, you guys.
Okay.
The writing is like delightful, delicious, and like the woman who does the audio voice actor is so. It's just beyond, and it kind of she has a British accent, and it's at first it takes a second to get used to listening to it, but it is just delightful, and I haven't felt happy in a long time that. No, I know it's
like
sad.
that. Yeah.
Actually,
aroused.
I do have one more thing, I went to Disneyland recently. This is kind of okay. So I haven't been able to have fun at Disneyland, ever, except for maybe when I was a kid, and I just am always questioning, how do people have fun? But we went, and I told myself I'm just gonna be present, and I have a friend from high school whose son just passed away from a really long battle of cancer. And he was 13. And I said, you know what? He would have fucking loved to do this. She would have loved to be able to take him. So I said to myself, just enjoy, like, be present, and just don't try to not let the anxiety ruin this for you. And honestly, I went on almost every ride, which I never do.
Amazing.
And I had a good time. So sorry, that was a side note, but it was, I feel like in a way I'm getting a little bit better because I have anxiety as well. Surprise, surprise. We'll get into that in another episode. But
No, but that's. I mean, and that is also something that I should take into the restaurant scene. From what I was talking about earlier, is like just stay in the moment. Who cares what's going on around you? You know. But that's
Easier
that's
said than done.
all right, kidless pleasures.
Yeah, no.
Pleasure. I think. Okay, I do the baby music classes, which I told you with Miss Moira. A shout out to Sing Sign Play. But I'm going to be teaching with her and doing baby music classes. I just love it. It's with Music Together, and it's a global organization. Okay, anyway, it's wonderful. But she invited me to take jazz adult dance classes.
Oh.
And I was like,
What?
Yes.
Wait.
So that's what I'm going to do. I think it's going to give me pleasure.
Do you get to wear theater shoes? What? You know?
Probably
You know what I mean?
jazz
A nice
shoes.
soft shoe?
Yes,
Oh, girl.
and so I haven't done it yet, so I can't like say that's my plan. But like I can't stop thinking about it, and I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm in my head because I know that we're going to release this later, but it is the holidays when we are recording this.
That's okay.
So
Yeah.
I am
can
sorry,
admit it.
cat's out.
We're admitting it.
But I really do. What's bringing me joy is saying happy holidays to people. And hear me out. Everybody is nicer. And like we've been like even grocery shopping. It's just everybody is nicer and saying like, what are you doing for the holiday? Hey, have a happy holiday.
Yeah.
And it's
Jolly.
just jolly. Like it's just, and there's we drove past these like Christmas lights the other day. I almost got into a car accident because it was so bright, and I was like, wait, we need to. And like, you don't need to be a kid to enjoy that stuff.
No.
In fact, that's why we are obsessed with our phones because of the bright lights and stuff. So I was like, so that is currently bringing me joy. My brain is stopping me from thinking of anything else other than that.
Okay, so leaning into the holidays and saying
just like.
it.
Because everybody's just being, like it's about thinking about other people. It's about, because you're like thinking about presents to give or whatever. Like, and I think, and seeing like wrapping up the year and like all that stuff it just feels good. So that is bringing me joy I just love the holidays.
I love you, Rosie.
I love you too.
I love you, Jackie.
I love you guys.
Thank you for being on our podcast today, Rosie.
Yeah. Yep.
To many, many more episodes. I can't wait for you to wheel in again.
I guess that's the new thing.
There is.
And thank you to our listeners.
yeah.
Firsties.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Body roll. Don't stop. Thank you guys so much for watching our show today. We really appreciate you. We also want to give a huge shout out to our production team at SCV Studio. Thank you, Tyler, Anthony, and Juan. You guys are amazing. We appreciate you. Of course, thank you to our family, our friends who support us through this, who
Watch our kids during.
Exactly. I was going to say
recording.
parent alongside us, who we love you. And if this episode resonated with you at all, please share it. That would be great. And
like and subscribe.
That's right. Like and subscribe. Leave us a good review, 5 stars. 5 stars.
Yeah.
And then also, if you'd like, follow us on our social media. That's at
The Full Momty Podcast. And we're on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So come on and see the journey on social media.
Social media.
As
Love
well.
you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.